Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. Welcome to this series of Quant for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. And we are going to continue with fast calculation techniques. In the previous video, we learned some general hacks like last digit, ignoring decimals and zeros, etc. In this video, I'm going to teach you some multiplication hacks so that in certain cases you can multiply the given numbers with ease. Now, as I said that there are a bunch of techniques that you should know collectively. It not necessarily applies in all cases, but in some specific cases of multiplication. So let us see in what all cases can we apply these techniques and how to solve these multiplication problems with ease. If you are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for wonderful content on MBA preparation. So the first technique that we are going to discuss in this video is half and double method of multiplication. Now let's first understand this concept. Let us say I have two numbers A and B. The product is AB. Now instead of A, if I multiply 2A by half of B, I will still get AB. If instead of this, I took half of A and double of B, still I can get AB. If I take even double of this, let's say I take it to two times, or let's say the first case itself, let's take this case that we are taking even half of the this number. Okay, so if we have half of this, which will give us the result as 1/4 of A into 4 times of B, we still get the product AB. If we take double of this, if I further take double of this, I get 2A into 4A into 1/4 of B, I still get the product as AB. So basically what this technique says that if you have to multiply two numbers, if you divide a number by 1 by n and multiply the other by n, so you get the same product. Okay, so that's a very simple rule. Now where do we apply this commonly is if we have to multiply an even number with a number which is a multiple of 5. So let's say I have to multiply 35 into 24. Okay. Suppose I do not know the table of 35. I do not know the table of 24. Okay. Of course, you might not be knowing tables beyond 20. Very unlikely. So what we can do is, if I take half of it, it will go into decimal. So I will take 2 times of it. It becomes 70. And if I take half of it, that becomes 12. Now 12 into 7 is 84, so the product is 840. So this special scenario, when you have an even number and a multiple of 5, you can use this technique to do the calculations much faster without using a calculator. So let us take some examples of this. Suppose I need to multiply 55 by 32. I do not know the table of any of these numbers. So what I can do is I can take double of this. So it becomes 110 and half of it. So 2 times half times. So that becomes 110 into 16. Or we can do 16 into 11, 176 and a 0. Similarly, I have to do 78 into 45. So I will take half of it and double of it. You do not need to write that you have to do half and double. It is to explain. So half of 78 will be 39 and double of 45 will be 90. 9 9 81, 8 carries 27 plus 8 35. So see how simply we can do the calculations. I did not know the table of 45. I did not know the table of 78. So in these special cases, this technique comes handy and you can calculate fast. Let us take this example wherein we have to multiply 32.5 into 48. Now probably you may not be knowing the table of 48 or 32.5. So let us take double of this. It becomes 65 and half of this it becomes 24. Now again I do not know the table of 65. I do not know the table of 24. So what I can do is I can take half of this, half and double again we can repeat 130 into 12. Now 13 into 12 can be done. 13 twos are 30, 26, 2 carries 13 plus 2, 15, 1560. Now, this initial calculation appeared to be a difficult thing, that how will we multiply with 48? You might have taken some time to draw it and then do the multiplication. But this thing can be done in your head and you can solve it fast. Let's say 117.5 into 6.8. Now, it is very unlikely that you would know the table of 68 or 17.5 or 175, right? We do not know table of any of these. But we see the pattern that one is a multiple of 5 and another is an even number. So, we can do it as 35 and 3.4. Now, suppose you still do not know the table of 35 and 34, not to worry. So, we can do it as 70 into this is 1.7. Now, I hope you know the table of 17. 17 into 7 is 119. So, this multiplication, which looked like a difficult one, it appeared that we will have to use a calculator to do this. We could do it with ease by applying this logic. So, it is applicable in the cases wherein one of the numbers is a multiple of 5 and another is an even number. So, you can do these multiplications with ease. Now let's talk about the next type, wherein product of two odd or two even numbers. Okay, and usually it is basically near a multiple of 10. Okay, the multiple of 10 falls in between. Okay, so let's take this. Let's first understand that what are two odd and two even numbers. What do I mean by this? Okay, so if we take two odd numbers, okay, so if we take two odd numbers, basically the odd numbers will be, let us say, 2x plus some odd number. Okay, so let's say 1, or another number is 2y plus 1. Okay, so this sort of an odd number. If we take their average, we will get an integer. Okay, so it's better to understand through numbers, because algebraically it will be difficult for you to understand. So let's say we have to multiply 37 and 33. Okay, now if I see the central number, it is 35, right? The central number will be an integer, so I can do it 35 plus 2 into 35 minus 2. So 35 square is 1225. In another video I will teach how to find squares with ease, and this is 4, so my product is 1221. Okay, so basically two odd or two even numbers, we can break it into two parts, like a plus b into a minus b, and hence the product is a square minus b square. So let us take some examples and understand it better. So 73 into 67. Now this rule, not a rule but an observation, is best applied when the numbers are near a multiple of 10, because you tend to know the squares of those numbers. Now I do not know the table of 73, nor I know the table of 67. But what I can do is I can say it is 70 plus 3 and 70 minus 3. Now it becomes 70 square minus 3 square. So 4900 minus 9, it is 4891. You can do these calculations in your head, you do not need to write it. Okay, so for example, when I see this, I see 50 square minus 4, so 2484. Straight away I can do it in my head. So 50 minus 4 into 50 plus 4, so that becomes 2500. 50 square minus 16, so we get 2484. For example, if I look at this, I do not know the table of 32, I do not know the table of 28. I can directly say the product is 896. How? It is 30 plus 2 and 30 minus 2. Now I know the table of the square of 30 is 900 and it is 4, so 896. Now, these kind of products can be done instantly. As I said that there is no specific one particular rule for doing all the calculations, but there are a set of rules or techniques. If you know these techniques collectively, some place or the other, these techniques will definitely help you ace your calculations and reduce your calculation time. Next is an interesting technique. It is about product of numbers near 100. Okay, so we will see that if there are numbers which are near 100, how can we multiply them with ease? So first thing is, I will write three things here. If the product is one digit number, add 0 before the product. Two digits, no change. Three digits, carry extra digit. Okay. So I will give you some examples and we will apply it. Suppose I need to multiply 103 by 107. Okay. So I will write like this. You do not need to write every time. So this is 100 plus 3. If it is 103, 103 is what? Like 100 plus 3. And 107 is 100 plus 7. Okay. Ignore this 103 in this 103. Ignore the 100 plus part. Okay. Or you can just write plus 3 and plus 7. Now what we do is we multiply these two numbers, we get 21 and add in a cross manner, right? So either you add this way or you add this way. The sum is same. So 103 plus 7 is 110 and this is 110. So let it be like this. ठीक है, so करना क्या है, लास्ट में जो नंबर है 100 के बाद उन्हें आपस में मल्टीप्लाई कर दो, you get 21 and this is 3 and 7. 103 plus ये 7 कर दो और 107 plus 3 कर दो, which is 110. So simply you get the product. Okay, 109 into 106, 9 into 6 is 54. Okay, and 109 plus 6 kar do, that is 115. Super simple calculations. Okay, now if you do 102 into 104, you will get 8 as the product. Now I have written that if there are two digits, we need no change. Like here we were getting two digits. Okay, but suppose if it is 102 into 104, it is 2 into 4, which is 8, right? So we add 0 before the product. So we will add 1 0 here because we need to make a two digit number, and we do the same thing, we add, so we get 10608. So you can do these calculations mentally if the numbers present are near 100. Okay, so this is 105 into 101, 5 into 1 is 5, so 0 5, and 105 plus 1 is 106. Now, three digit sum like 113 into 108. So we 13 into 8 is 104. And if we do this, this is 121. Or you add like this, we get 121. So if there are three digits, we need to carry the extra digit. So this is the extra digit that goes here. It becomes 12204. 17 into 14. Okay, 17 into 14 is 238. You will have to remember the table of 14 or 17. So 14 sevens are 98, 9 carries, 14 plus 9 23, and this is 117 plus 14 is 131. Okay, now this is that extra digit, so we will take this carry here, so we will get 13338. Okay, now in order to do these calculations, you do not need any book. Just think of random numbers near 100 and try multiplying them and practice with some numbers. You will become expert instantly. Next is, what if the numbers are less than 100? Okay, अभी तो देखा 100 से बड़े थे. Now if the numbers are less than 100, we apply the same thing. 93 is 100 minus 7 and 97 is 100 minus 3. Okay, so what we do is 7 into 3 is 21 and we subtract. Instead of adding, we subtract, we get 90. If you subtract this way also, you will get 90. So we get 90 21. Okay, now 6 into now this is not 6 into 9. Okay, that is the mistake that people make, is they take 6 into 9. So better write like this, that it is 100, 99 is 100 minus 1 and 96 is 100 minus 4. So when you do the multiplication, you get 4. So add 0 here and this is 95. So you get 9504. Okay, this is 92 into 94, 100 minus 8, 100 minus 6. 8 into 6 is 48. Okay, and this is 86. So 8648. So this is the pace at which you can multiply the numbers if the two numbers that you have to multiply are near 100. Similarly, 91 into 87. 91 and 87. This is minus 9. This is minus 13. 13 into 9 is 117. And when we do the subtraction, we get 78. So we take this carry. It becomes 7917. Now, how fast it becomes? You are able to do these calculations within 10 seconds without even using a calculator. Similarly, 83 into 88. 83 is minus 17 and 88 is minus 12. 12 into 17 you will get 204, and when we do the cross subtraction it is 71. Add this 2 here to get 7304. So these questions can be done instantly. Okay. So if they are closer to 100, that is very, very easy. If they are slightly bit apart, then also we can do the calculations. So I hope you have learned this technique, right? Try with some random numbers. Take two numbers in 90s, two numbers in 80s, one number in 80, one number in 90, similarly above 100, and try these. You will become expert within a few calculations. Now let us look at the next category. What if one number is more than 100, another is less than 100? Now this is an interesting thing to note. Okay, if you are enjoying this, please do like this video. Now 103 and 97. So what we need to do is, this was 100 plus 3, this is minus 3. Okay, now remember this. You multiply these two numbers. In the previous case, we saw both were negative numbers. So you get a positive result. In this, both were positive numbers. So you got a positive result. But in this category, one is positive and another is negative. So what we do is, we take the product and write it with a negative sign. So this is minus 9. And when we do this subtraction, we get 100. Now the next step is very simple. Add 100 to it and subtract 1 from it. Okay, so what do we get? We get 100 minus 9 is 91 and 100 minus 1 is 99. So 9991 is the product. Let's take another example and understand it. 109 into 96. Okay, so this is 109 plus 9. 96 is 100 minus 4. 9 into 4 is minus 36, and this is 105. So add 1 here, subtract 1 from here and add 100 here. So this becomes 64 and this becomes 104. So 104. Okay, try these calculations on your calculator and try with some random numbers and you will get expert at it. Okay, so 92 into 114, if you do 92 114. So 92 is minus 8. This is plus 14. Okay, now this is minus 112, and if you do any calculation you get 106. Now if we add 100, it does not become positive. Okay, it is still minus 12. So instead of adding 100, we will add 200 and subtract 2 from here. So basically it will be 88 and this is 104. So 10488. Okay, now let's do the calculation for these two also. 105 and 87 plus 5 minus 13. Okay, so 5 into 13 is 65. So minus 65 and this is 92. Okay, so 92, this becomes plus 100 minus 1. This is 91 and this is 35. So 9135. So without even knowing the tables of these numbers, we can multiply them very fast. So let us look at this last example as well. 83 into 115. Okay, so now 115 is basically 100 plus 15 and 83 is 100 minus 17. 17 into 15, if you do 15 into 705, 10 carries 25. So 255 minus, and this is 98. Okay, now understand this. As I told you, 100 to make it positive. If I add 100, it does not become positive. 200 also will not make it positive. So we need to add 300 here. So if you are adding 300, subtract 3 from this number. So we get 45 and this is 95. So 9545. If both numbers are greater than 100, it is very easy. If both are less than 100, then also it is very easy. If one of the numbers is greater than 100, another number is less than 100, it is slightly tricky. But I hope through these ample examples and try some practice in some numbers, you will be able to apply this technique as well. Now, this is the next special case wherein you have to multiply two digit numbers whose tens digit is same and units digit add to 10. Okay, so very simple rule. Now, if I talk about this thing algebraically, okay, so let's also understand that why does this happen. It is not something magic. So let's say if we have 10a plus b, okay, and it says 10 digit is same, so it is 10c, 10a plus c, right? We know that b plus c is 10. Okay, so let's understand the logic and then see the product. So it is b into c. Okay, now it is 10ac plus 10bc, 10a b plus c, and it is 100a square. So basically now b plus c is 10. Okay, so it becomes 100a square plus this is 10, 10 into 10a, 100a plus bc. Okay, which basically becomes 100a, a plus 1 plus bc. Okay, so basically the first digit you need to multiply by the digit next to it and take the product of the last two digits. For example, 73 into 77. What is the product of 3 and 7? 21. Write it like this. Now 7 you multiply by 8. 7 into 8 is 56. Okay. Now this is 64 into 66. 4 into 6 is 24. And 6 you multiply by 7. You get 42. 2 into 8 is 16. 4 into 5, which is 20. See, this is special case wherein tens digit is same and units digit add to 10 only in this particular case. 89 into 81, the product will be 9, but apply the same rule, right? If the product is a one digit number, add a 0. So 0 and 8 into 9 is 72. Okay, so easy peasy. Then 35 square, this is 25 and 3 into 4 is 12. So 1225. Now from this, you get that if a number ends in 5 and we have to find its square, let's say I have to find 65 ka whole square. Okay, so we do 6 into 7, 42 and 25. So this is a way to find squares of numbers ending in 5. But it is beyond that. If the sum of the digits is 10, right, we can do it instantly. So try with any set of two digit numbers wherein the tens digit is same and the units digits add to 10, you can get the product instantly. Now another special case of multiplication. Next is if units digit is same and tens digit add to 10. Okay, units digit is same and tens digit add to 10. So remember in this case what we need to do is multiply the last digit which is 49. Okay, multiply this. So what do we get? 21 and add. So multiply this and add the common digit plus 7. So we get 2849. 64 into 44, multiply the last two digits, we get 16. Okay, multiply the first two digits, that is 24, and we will add 4 to it because that's the digit which is repeating. So 2816. Okay, 22 into 82, 2 into 2, 4. So we'll put 0, 4. It's a one digit number. 2 into 8 is 16. We will add 2 to it. So we will get 1804. Okay, so these calculations would make your life very simple. So 53 into 53, 3 into 3 is 9. So we'll take 0, 9. And then we have 5 into 5, 25. Then we will add 3 to it because 3 is the number that is the units digit. So we get 2809. 95 into 15, 5 into 5 is 25. Then we have 9 into 1 is 9 plus the repeat the digit is 5. So we get 1425. With this, you can multiply the numbers which are where the units digit is same and the tens digits add to 10. So this is also an interesting case of multiplication. So I hope you enjoyed these techniques of multiplying numbers. We talked about some special cases like multiplying numbers near 100. We have special digits, units digit add to 10 or tens digits add to 10. Okay, and some other techniques. So these are some special cases in which you can multiply the numbers fast. So if you notice such calculations anywhere, try to use these techniques and boost your calculation hacks. So keep watching this playlist for more videos on quant preparation, and if you enjoyed the content, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations, you can check our website for courses on CAT and other MBA entrance exams, and if you have any queries related to the courses, you can contact us via these medium. So that's was the content for this. We learned some multiplication techniques. In the next video, I will teach techniques to find squares and square roots of numbers. So keep watching this playlist.